Welcome to the party, pal. Your friendly neighborhood Master Chaos back with you once again. You find me in a more comfortable situation than last time. I'm relaxing here on my pool after a nice 6 hours of writing. I got another 30 pages done. The script is now at 60 pages, about give or take an hour of the film. You know, they say it's a minute of screenplay. A minute per page for screenplay, so just about an hour into the film. I'm a little worn out. I thought I'd come out here and just relax on my little raft. Let me give you a little better look at my my setup here. Here I am, chilling out, Max, getting some much needed time off. Incidentally, that's my office right there. That little hole is for my air conditioning. You know, it's a lovely day out. It's probably like little before 7, and I was going to shoot a collection video out here on the raft, but honestly, I don't want the films to get wet, so I don't want to risk it. So what I'll do is I'm gonna enjoy my little raft time right now, just chilling out, enjoying my delicious J&B. And today we're going to talk Criterion. I'm going to show you my entire Criterion collection. I think that's something fun we can do. I can set it up back in my office how I did it in yesterday's episode. By the way, I hope you enjoyed that collab episode. I was very happy to get Todd and Undead Nightmare 24 to help me out with that. They were amazing guys, and they really provided some really fantastic commentary that really, I think, solidified the piece. I'm going to be doing another collab down the road. The one I'm working on right now is Arrow versus Criterion. So I have one person lined up, Mr. Wet Movie 1. I think most of you guys know Brendan, a good buddy of mine. If you are a YouTuber, a fellow movie YouTuber, and you want to weigh in on the debate of Arrow versus Criterion, let me know. I'd love to. We have space for one more person. I want to add one more person to the Criterion versus Arrow boutique Blu-ray label debate. That'll be coming up as soon as I get that other person, of course. But I'm excited to show you that. So tonight, let's talk Criterion. I'm going to walk you guys through my entire collection. We'll see what I got, and then we'll take it from there. I'm going to enjoy this. I'm going to enjoy my pool, and you know what? Maybe I'll shoot the outro now so it feels like really fancy. I'll do that. I think I'll do that. Okay, so we're back in my office. I had to turn the main lights on. The mood lighting was nice, but it was hard to read the spine numbers with these puppies on. So what I've done is I've got my collection here organized, it's surrounding me right now. I'm going to break it down by spine number. I felt that was the easiest way to get through it. Let's get into it. Number 2. I'm going to go this way. Seven Samurai, of course, classic film. And I upgraded to Blu-ray. Beautiful. If you've never seen Seven Samurai, honestly, what are you doing with your life? Number 6, Beauty and the Beast. My favorite Beauty and the Beast, by the way. This is a fantastic film. Okay. This is 11. Seven Samurai. Seventh Seal. Of course, most people would be familiar with this film as the film that Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey made fun of. Next, this is 14, 15, and 16, the Samurai Trilogy. I just picked this up during the sale. Really fun trilogy of films there about Miyamoto Musashi, the famous samurai. 24, High and Low, Akira Kurosawa. Not my favorite Akira Kurosawa, to be honest. It's okay. It's a little slow. It's long, too. But he's still a fantastic filmmaker. 30. M. This is a masterpiece of a movie. Fritz Lang, right? I believe it's Fritz Lang, yeah. Fritz Lang. Wonderful movie. And of course, it's got the amazing... I'm blanking on his name. I can't believe it. Peter Lorre. Oh, my God. Peter Lorre. Amazing. Okay. 34. Andrei Rublev. You know, I've seen it, but I don't remember the film. I believe it's about a painter. It's a Russian film about a painter. It's long, too, right? Yeah, about 3 hours. I've seen it. I honestly don't remember anything about it. This is a masterpiece. Diabolique. I actually have bought this on Blu-ray. I've seen it so many times, and I just had to buy the Blu-ray, but I haven't opened it and checked it out on Blu-ray. But I love this movie. Diabolique. Great thriller. Highly recommended if you don't have it. 36. The Wages of Fear. This is a wonderful movie. I talked about this and a couple of others, which you'll see on a previous physical media exercise. Wages of Fear. Masterpiece. This is the Blu-ray. And 38, Branded to Kill, a great Yakuza thriller with the, what is his name? Joe Shishido. Joe Shishido is a really interesting actor. He played a lot of gangsters back in the day in Japanese cinema. And he got cheek implants to make his cheeks bigger. So when you see him, I don't know if I can find a picture of him. When you see him, he looks like a chipmunk. So apparently he did this because the studio told him that he needed to look more handsome. So that he got cheek implants to look like a chipmunk. Oh, that's a good picture of him. Hold on. And apparently it got him work because he's been working on stuff. That's Joe right there. You see that guy? Chipmunk face? Not the best. But yeah, Joe. He's known for his chipmunk cheeks. Solid action movie, by the way. Next. 51, everyone knows Brazil. I've seen this movie a ton of times. Again, I bought the Blu-ray to upgrade. I don't even know where my DVDs are, but bought the Blu-ray. Haven't watched it yet, but amazing, wonderful film. I love samurai stuff, as you may recall. Yojimbo, great film. Of course, Kurosawa and Mifune. Sanjuro, same kind of idea here. Fantastic film. And this is like 53. I believe I said the other one was 52. Yes, 52, 53. And they all came in this lovely little box. That's how I grabbed all those. I had to get all those. 61, The Life of Brian. Classic. This is a DVD. I don't think it's on Blu-ray. I might be wrong, but I don't think it's on Blu-ray. Amazing Monty Python comedy here. This is recent Blu-ray, but it's number 89. So this is the Blu-ray. I never had the DVD of it. Blu-ray of that. Great Brian De Palma thriller, really weird one. This is one of my favorite Criterion movies. This is the movie that put me onto Criterion. Well, actually, no, Seven Samurai was, but second one. Kwaidan. Kwaidan is a Japanese ghost story anthology. Essentially, it is it's about 3 hours long. Beautiful film, gorgeous colors, amazing. This was been on DVD for a while, and I wanted to grab it, but I wanted to hold out for Blu-ray because I knew how good it would look. I was not disappointed. Kwaidan is a masterpiece. Highly recommend Kwaidan. This is an older one. Let me make a little room here. Move my collection aside. This is 92. This is a DVD. Can you believe the Criterion Edition put out Fiend Without a Face? Criterion Edition, the people who put out the Bergman box set, the people going to do the Fellini box set, put out a movie about crawling brains. That's amazing. So I think anybody who says that, Criterion is kind of hoity-toity, or maybe they're partially right, but they put out Fiend Without a Frickin' Face. 92, I don't know if I said that. Next. 93. Here's one that I've watched, I've rented, and I really enjoyed, and I just had to get it. Black Narcissus. I haven't watched it on Blu-ray, but I'm excited to own this movie. It's a really beautiful movie about nuns in a monastery. Did I say what that was? 93. The last of the single digits. Single digits, double digits. La Ventura. And this is 98. La Ventura. Sorry about the glare. Most of these aren't opened because I have either rented them through Netflix or watched them some way, maybe at a film festival at some of the repertory houses here in California, and I just needed to own it at some point. This is a DVD. I don't have the Blu-ray. I don't think it's on Blu-ray. La Ventura. Great film. Antonioni. It's the only Antonioni movie I like. I'm not a big Antonioni guy, to be honest. Okay, gangbang, here we go. These are the hundreds. 114, My Man Godfrey. Have you guys seen this movie? This is a really interesting film about a rich guy who pretends to be a butler. Really enjoyed this movie. Really interesting. Then we're going to go with 116. This actually belongs in that box set I showed you a minute ago, the Samurai Films box set, Kira Kurosawa box set, Hidden Fortress, really great film, 116. Next, Rashomon, the classic, 138. Rashomon, I love this movie. This is a fantastic movie. Again, I spoke about this in another episode, but Rashomon is the film where different people are telling different variations of the same event. Beautiful movie, 138. Wonderful. Here's another beautiful movie. Solaris. This is Spine 164. Solaris. This is a great movie. I don't know if anyone saw the... what was that one? Who did that one? Was it George Clooney? George Clooney did the remake. Not good. Solaris, the original one, is fantastic. Tarkovsky, I want to say, is the filmmaker. Yes, Andrei Tarkovsky. Great film. Great film. Here's one that's really interesting, and you might think it's kind of crap just from like the cover, and I don't really know anything about it, but Down by Law. This is 166. I saw this in theaters at a repertory house, and I was blown away by how wonderful and magical this movie is. Very simple movie about a couple of crooks that escape from prison, but amazing. I mean, amazing cast. You got Tom Waits, and you got Roberto Benigni and John Lurie. A great cast. Fantastic movie. Really fun. This is a filmmaker that I don't necessarily love all of his films, but I do appreciate his work. Jim Jarmusch, Down by Law. Really good movie. Next, The Killers. This has both versions of the Killers story by Ernest Hemingway. This is 176. It's got the 1946 version and the 1964 version, one by Don Siegel and the other one by Kurt Siodmak. Robert Siodmak. Robert Siodmak was the brother of Kurt Siodmak, and the Siodmak brothers did a ton of work back in the day. They were responsible for a lot of films. The Killers, great double bill, basically the same story, but it's fun to see different takes on it. Solid entry, 176. It's always nice to get a little extra. And this is one of my favorites, by the way. 190, Throne of Blood. This is one of my favorite films in general, samurai or not. The finale of this movie will blow. I mean, it blows my mind just thinking about it. So, Throne of Blood, 190. Love this movie. Okay, we're into the 200s now. Umberto D. Again, it's sealed. For some reason, I thought I had watched this already on my version that I own, but I've seen this movie. God, I'm pretty sure it has. Well, maybe I didn't. But I've seen this movie twice, and maybe 3 times. Umberto D is one of those neo-realist Italian films. Fantastic movie. It's a little slow, but the finale is really where the meat is at. Once you get to the finale, the movie, just the whole thing is worthwhile. I highly recommend Umberto D. 201. 218. This is a great crime thriller. La Cercle Rouge. The Red Circle. Great movie. One of my favorite directors of all time here. Alain Delon stars in this as a Jean-Pierre Melville film. He's one of my favorite directors, French directors for sure. Probably my favorite French director, hands down. Melville makes amazing movies, and La Cercle Rouge is fantastic. 218. I already said that, but I was double checking. La Strada is amazing. This movie, similar to Umberto D., is the kind of movie that, in the beginning, you're not sure what it's about or what the hell's going to happen or what the plot is. It just kind of wanders around as a slice of life kind of movie. But you get to the end, and the end has such a gut punch. It's the best way to describe it. The end packs a wallop, and that wallop leaves you flabbergasted and in tears because you realize the whole movie was working up to that moment, and it's just beautiful. It's one of the biggest cinematic rug pulls I've ever experienced. La Strada is a masterpiece. Love that movie. 219. I think I ever said that, but reiterating. 221. Ikiru. Again, this one's shut too. I keep forgetting that I haven't seen these. I just kind of collected them. I should really open them up and check out the supplements, which I don't really do that often, but I want to do that. Ikiru is a beautiful movie. It's a Kurosawa film. It's not a samurai film. I guess you could call it a slice of life film. It's about a man who's reaching the end of his life. I think if I remember correctly, he has a terminal illness, and he wants to sort of change his view of life in the last few days of it. Fantastic, phenomenal movie. Sort of it's a Japanese It's a Wonderful Life. That's what I would liken it to. Wonderful movie. Fantastic. Great performance by Takeshi Shimura. Really amazing actor. He's been in a lot of Kurosawa films. Wonderful movie. I've really got to rewatch that. I'm going to set that aside. I got to rewatch that. Here's one of my favorite Japanese horror films. It came from the Criterion Collection. This and Kwaidan inspired me to become a Criterion collector. Onibaba. Onibaba. This one needs a Blu-ray very badly. Criterion, if you're watching, or you're probably not, but if you are, Onibaba on Blu-ray, please, 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 please. This is a great movie. 226. This is a movie. So, I mean, it's a classic Japanese ghost story about if I remember correctly, it's about a demon mask and, the trouble that follows wearing it. A great movie, really atmospheric, just a beautiful, freaky, freaky movie. Perfect Halloween viewing, too, actually. So, Onibaba, if you guys want to do a Criterion for Halloween, Onibaba, find that. I don't know if it's out of printer or something. I don't really keep up with that stuff. 248, of course. Videodrome, wonderful, wonderful film. Everybody knows Videodrome, David Cronenberg's masterpiece of magical realism and technological tomfoolery. This is a wonderful movie, powerful, powerful movie. Maybe it doesn't always make sense. It doesn't have to make sense. It just has to be a powerful piece of cinema. And it is. Videodrome, 248. It's the horror of the video age. Here's a wonderful movie, 249, The Battle of Algiers. This is Pontecorvo, right? I'm just double checking that I got the director right. Yeah, Gillo Pontecorvo, 2-hour film. This is 249. The Battle of Algiers is made to look like a documentary. Wonderful film. Really enjoyed this film. It's shot on really kind of rough, grainy black and white. This is the Blu-ray edition. It cleans up okay, but not great. But it doesn't need to be cleaned up because it's supposed to look rough, like it's really happening, at the moment. This is sort of an action-packed film too. This doesn't let up. There's a lot of big action scenes happening in this movie. Okay, next, great movie right here, 260. This is a sealed copy. I thought I had opened it. I'm finding all these things that I need to open and rewatch. Eyes Without a Face, great film. 260. It is a French film. I'm gonna try and pronounce the French title. Les yeux sans visage. Hey, that's pretty good. I'll go with that. Really powerful movie about, it's a movie that I feel like has been remade, or at least parts of it been remade, where someone needs body parts from someone else, and there's like a mad scientist. It's that kind of story, Jess Franco's done a couple of those things. This one, however, is a masterpiece. It looks beautiful. It's got stark photography. I mean, from 1959 too. Gorgeous film. It's a French film. I think I mentioned that already. I really need to rewatch this movie. It's such a beautiful movie. I highly recommend it. Kagemusha, great film. 267. This is Akira Kurosawa again. Akira Kurosawa and I believe Bergman and Fellini basically have set up shop at Criterion. Kagemusha, epic movie. This is one of his few color films, though. So, honestly, for me, it doesn't work so well in color. I don't know why. Sword of Doom, 280. Sword of Doom is a bad-ass samurai movie. This is pure bad-assery. This is... It's not Tatsuya Nakadai and Toshiro Mifune star in the film, but it's directed by... Kihachi Okamoto's. Oh, that's right, Kihachi Okamoto's. Fantastic. It's about a samurai, and he's sort of on the run, and basically the finale of this movie is nuts, balls to the wall, samurai sword slashing, action. Highly recommend Sword of Doom. Spy number 280. Okay, let's roll into the 300s with Melville's masterpiece, Le C'est Moi, starring Alain Delon. Alain Delon kicks the shit out of this movie. He plays a hitman on the mean streets of France. This is a wonderful movie, Le C'est Moi. And that is 306. 309. Ugetsu, Kenji Mizoguchi. This is a ghost story film. Now, this also comes with... I'm sorry, I said 306. 309. My bad. This also comes with a film about a documentary about the director, Kenji Mizoguchi. It is an unnumbered spine. So this whole package is 309. Ugetsu. Here's a film that's very divisive, but I really enjoy it. It's very much a meta film. 359, The Double Life of Veronique, starring the beautiful Irene Jacob. This is a film that I think the first time you watch it, you're gonna, step back and go, what the hell was that? It's almost inscrutable. It's a film that you probably need to watch twice, maybe 3 times. It took me, the first time I watched it, I didn't get it, but I knew there was something magical there, and I rarely rewatch films. Something compelled me to rewatch it, and I rewatched it, and I discovered sort of the hidden meaning of the film. It's very much a metaphorical film about life and how important every moment is, because you never know when it's all going to go away, right? And that is 359. Here's a movie that kicks major ass. 384. For anybody who says that Criterion doesn't put out like real badass movies, well, first, number one, they put out The Rock. Did you know that? They put out the freaking Rock on Criterion. The Rock. Oh, they also put on Armageddon. That blows my mind. Anyway, Vengeance is Mine. This one is 384. Vengeance is Mine is a masterpiece. It is basically about a Japanese criminal, serial killer type of guy, and not necessarily a revenge movie, but just a really hard-boiled crime film about this guy who has no emotions and really just does whatever he has to do to get what he wants. And it's a masterpiece film. Who directed this? Stars Ken Ogata. He plays the killer. And, Imamura. Shohei Imamura. Great film. This is a really wacky one. 394. Let me make sure that we're in order. Okay. 394. The Woman in the Dunes. This is the scariest movie I've ever seen in my life. I've seen a lot of scary movies. This is a fucking scary movie, man. The Woman in the Dunes is about a guy. Well, if I describe it, it's going to sound weird, but it's about a guy who gets stuck in a sand pit with a woman, and he can't leave the sand pit, but every day he has to dig the sand out of the house so that the sand doesn't overwhelm the house and basically drown them in sand. So he's stuck with this woman in the dunes trying to keep their house from filling with sand, and that's his day in and day out life. That is a freaky concept because it's so bizarre, but yet realistic in a strange way. Good movie. Scary movie. 396, a masterpiece of American filmmaking. Ace in the Hole, my buddy there, everybody knows Kirk Douglas. Here he plays a reporter. Billy Wilder directed the film, by the way. He plays a reporter who is looking for a break, for a good story to make his career, and he finds out about these miners who are stuck in a mine, and he does whatever he can to, well, for lack of a better word, mine the story to blow up his career. Great movie. Powerful movie. 397. This is another powerful movie. Speaking of powerful movies, Ivan's Childhood. It's a hard one to rewatch. It's such a powerful movie. It's about children, specifically about children in war. Ivan, being even more specific, Ivan is in a war. He goes from being, just a regular kid to having to be a pseudo soldier to survive, and it's got one of the most powerful endings of any film I've seen in a long time, and it's a masterpiece. It's a powerful movie. Love it. Ivan's Childhood. Let's race into the 400s with 414. Tulane Blacktop, Monty Hellman film. If you like, racing, and if you're a car head, gearhead, I think you're going to enjoy Tulane Blacktop if you have not seen it. And here's another amazing Melville film. This is 447, Les Doulos. Les Doulos? We'll go with Les Doulos, crime film. unopened because I watched it at a repertory house and I knew I needed to get my hands on this. This is a DVD, and I really need the Blu-ray. I hope they put out a set of all of Melville's films. That would be amazing. I'd 100% double down for those. Another Melville film for 48. This is Le Demi Souffle. Le Demi Souffle. Souffle. Le Demi Souffle. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. Whatever. It's a French movie. Crime film. Powerful film. Really great stuff. To be honest, I can't tell you details. They all sort of blend together. But I just know that overall, as a melange, I like his films very much. 459, The Exterminating Angel. This is a powerful, powerful movie. This is Luis Buñuel, who's sort of a dreamlike filmmaker. He loves metaphor. He was friends with Salvador Dali, if that tells you anything. Exterminating Angel is about people at a dinner party, and for some reason they're stuck in this specific part of the house. They can't leave no matter what they try, and there's no explanation for it, but there's something really electric and magnetic about this film, and the performances just blow you away with how intense they take it. It was a really wonderful movie. It's really hard to describe, but it's a fun watch, and it's a really compelling film. 459 on that one. And then 490, Wings of Desire. This is a German film, if I am not mistaken. It is. Bruno Ganz is in this movie. He's an amazing filmmaker. This is Wim Wenders. That's what it was. Wim Wenders is the director. I'm thinking about it. It's about an angel who comes to Earth, and it's kind of like, if you know that movie City of Angels with Nicolas Cage and Meg Ryan, I think. Anyway, probably nobody remembers that movie. Anyway, that movie was based on Wings of Desire. That was the American version of Wings of Desire, but I 100% guarantee you this is a better film. My friend, we're going to put a pause on this, come back for part 2 of the rest of my Criterion collection. We're heading into the 30-minute mark. It's getting a little long. I don't want to take up too much of your time. I don't want to overstay my welcome because I appreciate your time and I appreciate you spending that time with me. So come back tomorrow. We'll talk some more Criterion collection. There may even be a part 3 because I'm looking over here and I've got my Eclipse series box sets, which I want to add. They're not numbered, but they're part of the collection, and I want them to be showcased in this video, as of August 2020, what my Criterion collection is. They are a part of it, so I may need to do this in three parts. If you're old here, welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you hanging out with me. You look wonderful today, and remember, you are the pumpkin to my spice. If you're new here, consider subscribing, because if you do, I'll see you tomorrow. This is The Daily Show, and we talk movies, Hollywood, filmmaking, all that good stuff. It's going to be a blast. It's a party. You should join. It'll be great. I've got a piece of cake with your name on it. And if you're gluten intolerant, I've got a gluten-free cake with your name on it. Okay, pal, until we meet again, I wish you a very pleasant good night, wherever you are.